everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today I'm going to do my weekly my weekly Flosstube update, and I have worked on 7 pieces this week and I've done quite a lot. I have done 10,242 stitches, so I'm quite pleased about that. What else have I got to tell you about this week? So we've got some stitching. Have I got any haul? Yes, kind of. Being enigmatic about the haul. Little life update as well, and just a shape of things to come over the next few weeks. But let's get into stitching. Like I said, I've worked on 7 projects, 10,242 stitches. No model stitching this week, so I can share everything, which is always nice. So the first one I have worked on is this piece. This is Summer Sun. The artwork is by Leslie D. Mackenzie, charted and kitted for me by Geckorouge. I do know why I've left that on there. I'm saying I don't know why I've left my needle minder on, but looking at it, I actually do. So this was out in rotation stitches this week. It was also out in Stitch With Me. It's had 1,000 stitches. It is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count even weave. 4.48 to 5.38%, and as you can see, we're getting some different colours. We've got a bit of green, so some conifer trees coming in there in the edge. So yeah, 1,000 stitches in, a nice chunk of progress. So that is that one. So the second piece that I've worked on this week is this one. Excuse me, this is the Witchy Cat, and it's Terra Mango, a Geckorouge piece. It was a special edition kit a couple of years ago, and I snagged that as well as getting the Christmas cat at the same time. So where is Witchy Cat? It is here. So Witchy Cat has had a good lump of progress. It was out in a Stitch With Me. 6% dead to 8.5% dead and 1,000 stitches. And again, it is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count fabric. So you can see there that is the start of the cat's back, and I've done lots of filling in on the cat, on the body here and this bit. So yeah, happy with that. 1,000 stitches of progress. Got an itchy nose. I think I've got some dust. Okay, so that's that. So the next one is this piece. This was a birthday gift to me in RAK. This is Rivendell Castle by Stitching Masterpieces, and it's a largish piece with a lot of blended threads in it. It's been out for its first lot of rotation stitches this fortnight, or this week should I say, and it's had 1,000 stitches. So we've gone from 0.36 to 0.64%, and this is stitched 2/1 full cross on some 20 count Ada. 20 count because anything higher thread count than that I could only do 1/1, but I didn't want to do it on 18 count because that would have just been a little bit too big. But this has already got a number of blends in it. So the way I'm working is I take a line, a 10 deep section, and I start in the upper left stitch, work the floss through as much as I can. So this is why we've got some scattered stitches down here. But yeah, I am happy enough with that. So the top line is completed, as well as the first 3 or 4 blocks on the next line down. And I've got my thread card now. I've got a thread card started a thread card with spare blends on it, so finally got my ducks in a row with that one. Okay, so that was also rotation stitches. And then the last one of my rotation pieces was my Sunday stitch this week, which was this beauty. This is Envy, Marta Dahlig, Heaven and Earth Designs. One of the 7, number 2 for me. So Envy was out on my Sunday stitch and I did quite well. I got 2,000 stitches in, which I was delighted with. It's a lovely piece. It's, you know, fabulous piece to stitch, this one. It's 1/1 full cross on some 25 count Lugana, and I stitched in this chunk of black here and also this little bit here and a few other bits and bobs around her skirt. So 2,000 progress stitches on her skirt. You can see the bottom now, so yeah. Just see if I can't get a full picture in again. I'll try and do this when I bring this one out. Is it full there yet? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Maybe. We're about there. Yeah, so Envy, lots of love for Envy when she comes out. Yeah, yeah, that is her. 2,000 stitches, so 42.62 to 43.46%. So closing in. Will I be at 50% at the end of the year? Probably not, but I can't see that I'll be too far away. So next one that I worked on was my spare stitch Saturday piece, and even though I had my nails done and my hair done, I still managed to get in some spare stitches on this one. This is my Leonid Afremov piece. It's Night Cafe, supersize max colour. 991,008 stitches altogether in that piece, so a significant piece. I got in 1,100 stitches and it's gone from 10.24 to 10.35%. My aim is to get it to 12% by the end of this year. So I just continued on this section here, and it's 2/1 stitch on some 25 count fabric, and you know, I've done 1,100 stitches, so yeah, happy enough with that. Happy days. But yeah, once I got to sort of 1,000 stitches, I was like itching for something else to stitch on. So the next one to show you is my Knot On Pattern Keeper piece, and I'm actually going to quickly just take it out of its frame. Because I have actually achieved a milestone on this. So for those of you who are in my Facebook group, you will know that I have a monthly stitch along. This month for July, it's Christmas or winter in July. And I do have a Christmas piece, but I opted to do this winter piece because it is on paper pattern. So it's this one, and this is Ice Dragon, Nadezhda Gavrilenkova and Tatiana Verkovskaya. So in my stitch along, I have opted myself to do 100 stitches a day or thereabouts on this piece. I am still a little touch behind, but I'm not terribly concerned. I have got 2 complete pages of pattern done on this one now, and I am heading into page number 3. It's stitched 2/2 on some 27 count black even weave, and this week I have put in 542 stitches. It looks more than that than what you saw last week because I've put in 200 today. So if we ignore these 200 here, I've done 300 here and then 242 to finish off the bottom of page 1, well, my page 1 and my page 2. So we're now going towards the left hand side. But yeah, I am super happy with how this one's turning out. It is a pain with it being on paper, but you know, it keeps my mind ticking over and reminds me that whilst we have Pattern Keeper and it's marvellous, that cross stitching always used to be done on paper, and you know, if ever there was a problem with technology, we'd all need it on paper again, wouldn't we? But there we go. So that is my ice dragon. So I will continue to try and do around 100 stitches a day, but some days might be more, some days might be less. I'm hoping to catch up a bit on it this week and try and get in a few extra stitches if I can, because I would like it finished, you know, and I don't, at this rate, at this stage, I can't see it being finished. It just, you know, the image, it's the stitching compared to the mock-up, it's nowhere near finished. So the last one that I've worked on is my current focus for a finish, which is Christmas Cat, and this is another Geckorouge. It was a freebie, now retired, or no longer available, should I say. And again, I'm just going to whiz this one out the frame as well. I should have done this earlier. It was out for rotation stitches because I've kept it in rotation, and also on a Stitch With Me this week. So it's had quite a bit done on it. In fact, I actually need to take, yeah. No, actually I don't need to take it out. I just needed to clear it away, clear everything away. So this is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. So as you can see, I've got one of the snowflakes complete. This one is nearly complete. I worked on it on live stream on Wednesday. The hat is finished. The kitty has eyes and a face and some whiskers, and we're filling in the face. So I shall probably be working on this tomorrow. And what I shall do is I shall move the frame and I shall finish this and start the next, because believe it or not, these snowflakes have about 8 or 9 different shades of blues and whites in them. So I want to get those finished, and then on the stream, I'm gonna, on Wednesday's stream, so if you are around to tune in, I'm gonna give her her eyes. Him, not sure, but I'm gonna give them their eyes. So that's my plan. Got some lovely green eyes, and then just carry on working down. But yeah, try and get in these, because these snowflakes are, they're not difficult to do, but they're a lot of light colours. So I want to get them out of the way, if that makes sense. I much prefer stitching dark colours because I can see, you know, you can see where the stitching is. But yeah, I'm just so happy with it. It looks great. So yeah, that is my focus for a finish, and that is all of my stitching. That's had 3,600 stitches this week, 23.19 to 33.62%. So in the last fortnight, it's had exactly 20%, because at the start, as of the 7th, the end of the week commencing the 7th Flosstube, it was at 13.62%. So we're at 33.62%. So it's had exactly 20%. It is on target for a mid-August finish. So that's the stitching. So let's talk about the channel this week. So what's coming up? We have got a Stitch With Me, which is a music one, which is going to have Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship, my green and blues, mainly blues, Lord of the Rings piece from Unconventional X Stitch. Magpie will also be out for some rotation stitches, and will provide my other Stitch With Me, which will be released on Saturday. A stitching shelf will be out for some rotation stitches as well. And my Sunday stitch this week will be a Cosmic Marble. So we've got the double whammy of Amy Stewart. So that will be quite nice. I also plan to continue working on a cat. I don't know if I've got a model stitch coming. She did say last week that she did have some, but I've not seen it yet. And I plan to do spare stitch Saturday with Night Cafe as usual. And I figure if I can get at least 1,000 stitches in on a Saturday or night cafe, that will make me happy. But if I can do a little more, I'll do a little more. It depends on how heavy the confetti is, because even though this is, you know, it doesn't look terribly confetti heavy, there are patches where it really is confetti heavy, and it's very peculiar because you can't predict it. It's very weird. So that's that. So what's going to come up over the next couple of weeks? So this week everything is as normal. Next week everything is as normal. However, when we get into August, on the week commencing the 4th of August, I am on annual leave from work, and Hannah and I are going to be away for a couple of days. My Stitch With Me's and Flosstubes should be out as usual. However, there will not be a Wednesday stream that week. So we'll have one this week, we'll have a Wednesday stream next week, but the following week there will not be one. And I'm mentioning it now because I know that some people are behind on Flosstube, some people don't watch every live stream, some people just come in at them ad hoc, but they may watch the Flosstube. So just be aware, week commencing the 4th of August, so the live stream that's due on the 6th will not go ahead. So that's that. Next year. So next year, I know we're only just into July, second half of this year. But next year has already been on my mind. This year, obviously, we had a bit of a starter palooza. We had the 17 new starts, plus the Stitch Mania one, plus the 2 finishes, 1 start, and all the rest of it. So this year has been really a starter. I've been a bit of a starterholic this year. But now into the second half, I'm turning into a bit of a finishaholic, and I do want, you know, to get pieces finished. So next year, I am yet to finalise it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate my stitching into 3 categories. They are small pieces, medium pieces and large pieces. So an example of a small piece would be something like B, or I don't know, Summer Sun is a small, let me have a look. So B would be classified as a small, One to Rule Them All would be a small, for me. And what was the other one I was saying? Summer Sun, for example. Yeah, that would also be a small. So anything under, I haven't finalised yet whether I want to do it 200,000 or 250,000 stitches. And believe it or not, that's a big deal, because I have got projects with 250,000 stitches in. I've got 2 of those, plus and Envy's got 240,000 stitches in, so I'm still not sure what to do with the threshold there. So I'm going to have small pieces, and then I'm going to have medium pieces, so anything up to 500,000 stitches. I'm kind of swaying towards 250,000 and above for that, but we'll see. I'm going to have a count up of the projects, and then there'll be anything over 500,000 stitches. At the moment I have 3 of those, and I have no plans to add in any more. So the 3 that are over are Night Cafe, Daughter of the Deep and My Realm of Middle-earth Map. So as you guys know, I have a rotation where I do a certain amount of stitches and then change. So what I'm thinking is for each separate tier have a different amount of stitches. So for the smalls, my rotation stitches would be 1,000. For my medium pieces, my rotation stitches will be 1,500. And then for my larger pieces, my rotation stitches will be 2,000. So as you can see, whilst the large pieces will certainly not progress as fast as the small ones, with 2,000 stitches per time, they will progress a lot faster than what they were doing. So once I've looked at all of the patterns and charts that I've got, and also factored in the next one that I'm going to have as a new start, because once Christmas Cat's finished, I can have another new start. I'm going to finalise that, and then I will redo my rotation. So at the start of the year next year, so the first day of the new year, I will start a brand new rotation. my aim is that I have a small, a medium, a large, a small, a medium, a small, a medium, and you know, dependent on how many of each one there are, so they're evenly distributed throughout. Because as it stands at the moment, I have Daughter of the Deep followed by Night Cafe, and then you've got a Fellowship of the Ring piece, so Van Gogh Never Passed. So I've got 3 quite big ones all together, and I don't want that. I want to do like a small, a medium, small, medium, large, small, medium kind of thing. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to be working on. Probably October, November time I shall finalise that. So haul. I haven't got anything physical yet. I'm still to get the pattern from Stitches So Beautiful that I was talking about last week, and when I get my next lot of model stitching funds, then I will sort that. Because things like the model stitching pays for stitchy stuff, it pays for retreats and you know, the bits and pieces. I had my annual Gold Club voucher from Geckorouge, and I have ordered 2 kits. I've had to put a little bit too, but I've ordered 2. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm going to be really, really mean, and I'm going to wait until they actually arrive and then do a dual unboxing of the 2 kits that I've ordered. The Gold Club is coming to an end, and Glenn has said on a post on Facebook that he's going to be reaching out to people about the Gold Club. I'm quite disappointed, but I don't want to join the Patreon as yet. I just want to, you know, I mean, if I'm closing my Gold Club, I'm closing my Gold Club, and I've got plenty to be going on with. You know, I've had a huge number of kits from Geckorouge in recent times. But just beware, if you are a Gold Club member, just have a check on Facebook, perhaps reach out to Glenn, and you know, he'll put you in the know as to what's going on. So shout outs. I think I've had a couple of shout outs off the top of my head. I can't remember who they are, but if you have given me a shout out, thank you very much indeed. I've ummed and ahed about this, but I will always try and thank people for shouting me out. But I have noticed that not just in recent times, that throughout my floss tubing journey, I've shouted people out and never had so much as a thank you, privately or publicly. Now, I don't do this for thank yous, you know, don't get me wrong. It's just nice. So I've decided, rightly or wrongly, to not necessarily do so many shout outs. You know, I have done quite a few over the last few months, but as I said, it's just not nice. It's not reciprocal, and it's like I said, it's not everyone. It's just annoying. It's a little bit frustrating because I work hard at doing what I do, and I give people their due for doing what they do, and everybody's different. I watch some very, very diverse stitches, and I've shouted out, like I said, a number of people over my time. So if you are happy to shout me out, thank you very much indeed. But if not, I'll absolutely understand, because it's unlikely that I'll be kind of doing so many in the future. It's sad, but there it is. What else? YouTube has been playing the unsubscribe game. So if you are watching this video, just have a check. Just make sure you're still subscribed, of course, if you want to be, because I never ever assume. If you're not, please do just hit that subscribe button, and on the notification drop down, if you select all, it will tell you when I upload a video, or it should tell you when I upload a video. Subscribing is free. I do think it's wrong that YouTube says subscribe, because it does have that connotation. There's a financial involvement, and there isn't. So if you want to subscribe, absolutely fantastic. It won't cost you a thing. Please as well, leave me a like and a comment on the videos as well if you are passing by. Even if it's just a hello, or that piece looks lovely, or whatever. Your comments are all very much appreciated, and they will also help with getting what I do spread out to the wider world. I'm very proud of what I do. I work quite hard at my stitching, and I work hard at the videos and sharing the content, and I actually give up. Now, we worked this out the other day, so half an hour Flosstube, 2-hour live streams, that's 4.5 hours, plus 2 hour-and-a-half stitch with me's, which is another 3 hours, so 7.5 hours around or thereabouts every week from my time goes into making YouTube videos. So, you know, I do work hard at, you know, at keeping content going, you know, for you guys. So if you can leave me a comment, a like and all that, it's much appreciated. It really truly is. Now let's have a look. There was something else I wanted to talk about as well. Oh yes, 3,000 subscriber mark. I'm getting very, very close to 3,000 subs. I've got less than 90 more people, and I will have 3,000 subscribers to my channel. I'm looking at potentially doing some kind of a giveaway or something. You know, just when I do hit that target. So if you aren't subscribed, it's maybe an incentive to do so. What else? There was something else I was just thinking of, and it's gone because I'm getting old. Life update. So me and Lauren, she's not in. She was going to be in today, but she's gone shopping with Hannah. Me and Lauren went to class for a slimming class. She's maintained, which is great. I have gained 1 pound, which is not so great. I'm a little bit stressed at the moment, I'm not going to lie. Work and things and a few bits going on. And for me, when I'm stressed, I eat. It is what it is. So there we go. What else was I going to say? I think we're about there. I can't think of anything else unless something just pops into my head randomly. So yeah. Yeah, I think we're about it. So, oh, that was the other thing. Painting Fairy. So lots of you heard about Painting Fairy. They've been around a little while now. They're certainly on TikTok and things. I keep getting contact from them to do collaboration. You can either send me a message privately, my email is in the description box below, or leave me a comment. But I'd love your opinions about Painting Fairy because they keep asking me to do a collab. I'm not quite sure, and I just wanted to garner some opinion. I don't want to do it if it's going to be off-putting. So there we go. And it did pop in what I wanted to talk about, but it's gone again. I'm doing well, aren't I? Nope. That was a saying of painting collaboration. Oh yes, that's it, my Facebook group. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Facebook group is getting bigger. We are approaching 600 members in there. Please be mindful that if you do want to join, there are a couple of joining questions. So, you know, do answer those. If it's not evident that you're a stitcher, I will delete you. And also, if you join the group as a stitcher and you start to spam the group with a lot of for sale posts and links to this and that, I don't mind the odd one or two. If it becomes persistent, then I will also take you out of the group. Additionally, if you post a picture in and there's no context, you'll be given some time to remove yourself, to add context, or I will remove you from the group. As it's getting bigger and bigger, I don't want my members to be spammed with stuff that's not relevant. And we also, don't forget, we have the monthly events. This is the main thing that I'd forgotten and I wanted to talk about. Monthly event. So we have a monthly stitch along. This month is Christmas or winter or Jolly July. Last month was June. It was June Bug, and it was a nature theme. This month is Christmas theme. Next month I will start the event later this week. Next month will be pleasure or pain. So it will be You can choose to stitch however many you want on your pleasure piece, or you choose to stitch however many on your pain piece, you know, the one that you love to stitch and you can't get enough of, or the one that you absolutely can't stand, you absolutely dislike picking up because there's a lot of counting, or it's on a special fabric or beading or whatever. So, or you could even do both, do a day of pleasure, a day of pain, entirely up to you. For me, I like to pick a piece and do 100 stitches a day for that thread. But for you guys, you know, you do you. If you want to do 50 stitches a day, 100 stitches a day, 1,000 stitches a week, whatever, it's entirely up to you. So if you're on the Facebook group, do watch out for the Pleasure or Pain August event coming up soon. With that said, I'm now about to disappear because I'm on my work lunch break and I'm starving and I need the loo and everything else. And I've rambled on quite long enough. It's been over half an hour. So with that said, 3 videos coming up on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes and have a look. I release my Flosstube Tuesdays, Stitch With Me Thursdays and Saturdays, a live stream 7:30 p.m. UK time on Sundays and Wednesdays. So if you can join me for those, it would be greatly appreciated. Please leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. The sooner we get to 3,000, the sooner somebody gets something good. So with that said, thank you guys very much indeed for watching. It's really truly is an absolute pleasure to do these videos. Take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.